Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina for those of you who are new here, and for all of my oldies but goodies, welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, before we get started, make sure you subscribe. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be reviewing the brand spanking new. This concealer was just released recently, like very recently, as in 3 days ago recently. So it is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin High Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I picked up the shade 4.4. So let me just give you guys some information on the concealer. So it retails for $27 on Sephora's website. There are a total of 22 shades. The shade that I have is also called Caramel, or 4.4. It's for tan skin with bright peach undertones. Initially, I wanted to get 4.3 Honey, but I wasn't sure, which has golden undertones. For tan skin, but I wasn't sure of how, light or dark. I don't like my under eyes to be like looking super white, light looking. I like it to be nice and bright, but not too light. So I decided to go with 4.4. So hopefully that works. It says it's a waterproof concealer with a creaseless, transfer-proof, natural matte finish. It's full coverage, matte, and it claims to last for 24 hours. So I already have my foundation on, and I am wearing the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation in shade 110 Cream Cafe. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the concealer. So it comes with a really big wand, as you guys could tell, and a decent amount of product comes out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply maybe like that amount. I'm gonna do one side at a time, just because I don't know how fast it dries. And also I'm going to just do a little bit at a time because I don't know how full coverage this concealer is. And to blend it out, I'm using the Sephora Pro Slanted Buff and Detail Brush in number 89. So I think the color is actually perfect. It's not too bright, but it's not too super natural looking, if you know what I mean, right? Just gonna blend down here just a little bit. Just blend that little edge out right there. What do you guys think? So with concealer, without concealer. Blended it in really well. It looks really nice and just smooth. Like, the blendability was amazing. I don't have any complaints right now as to how it blends. I do see a little bit of darkness right in here, but honestly, I'm okay with the coverage that I have. I'm not gonna add any more. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. A lot of product do come out, so just keep that in mind. Wow, like look at that. Oh my goodness. Looks so good. Like, oh my goodness, it looks great. Oh, wow. All right, I'm just gonna highlight my face, and I'm just gonna go ahead and you only need a small amount, so I'm being very careful with the amount I'm placing, because this concealer, as you can tell, does a good job at giving you coverage with the smallest amount of product. So I don't want to go too crazy here. And I think the shade that I picked is actually perfect. I don't need it any lighter, and I don't need it any darker for concealing and brightening. Wow, look at that. And what's left over I'm just gonna put right here. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, so I'm just gonna blend it really nice. Okay, for setting powder today, I'm going to use the Sephora collection contour palette, and it has some setting powders at the top and contour shades at the bottom. So I'm going to mix these two shades. This is a more yellow setting powder, and this one's a more peachy setting powder. So I'm going to mix those together and just press that underneath my eyes. Did that take away some of my brightness? Okay. So I'm using more. All right. I'm gonna go back in with the yellow powder because I feel like the peach one is kind of taking away too much of the brightness. Okay. So I'm gonna just keep the peach for my forehead and my nose and my chin. Look how good this looks. Like, seriously. This concealer looks flawless. It just makes my face look so good. So good. I just realized that I use my contour brush to set my under eye. That's okay. It's probably why that thing was looking a little dark, because I have contour powder on it, but it's okay. It's okay. Right. I'm not gonna contour. I'm just gonna mix the shades and just bronze. Yeah. I'm using mainly this one right here. It's a more reddish undertone. This always disrupts my little baby hairs every time I do this. It's gonna sweep some right down the side of my nose. All right, for blush, I'm going to use the Juvias Place Saharan Volume 2 blush palette. And I'm not sure which blush I'm gonna use, but what should I use? You know what? I think I'm going to use this blush right here. Maybe mix these two together. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's blend that out. For highlighter, I'm going to actually use this blush right here. It's a blush, but it works as a highlighter for me, at least. So you see? It's golden, but it has like a little pink shift to it. So I don't think I'll ever use that as a blush, but it worked out because I can use it as a highlighter. For the lips, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Stunna lip paint in Uncuffed. So I am loving the way my under eye is looking. I think it looks so nice, and it feels super lightweight. I didn't have to use a lot to get a beautiful amount of coverage. I'm impressed so far. So I got my fingers crossed. It says it is a matte. Under eye is definitely a matte. I do have fine lines under my under eyes that tends to crease no matter what I do, but some concealers crease more than some. Right now it's currently 12:40 p.m. I'll go ahead and wear the concealer for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back, show you guys what it's looking like, and then just give you my overall thoughts on how I feel about the concealer. So I wanted to show you guys a close-up with lights and without lights, just so you guys can get a better view of what my under eyes is really looking like. So this is with my ring light on. Now I'm going to turn my ring light off. So it's currently 4:45 p.m. So it's been about 4 hours since I applied the concealer. So my actual under eye still looks good. I am creasing a bit, not too much. I'm getting the normal amount of creasing that I usually get, so it's nothing excessive. This is just the average amount of creasing that I would get because of the fine lines under my eyes. It didn't cake up, it didn't separate or anything like that. It didn't budge. I didn't lose any of the concealer. You know how sometimes as the day goes by, the coverage will fade or the concealer will fade, so the coverage goes, you know what I mean? That didn't happen. The concealer held up really well. I don't have like any complaints. I can see this as one of my new favorite concealers just because you need the smallest amount of this concealer to give you coverage. Like this guy will give you so much use because you don't need a lot. After 4 hours, this is what the concealer is looking like. So I'll show you guys with the ring light on and with the ring light off. I'm very happy with the concealer. The only thing is, you guys probably can see my mascara did run a little bit under my eyes, but it's not the concealer, it's this particular mascara. It's amazing, but that does happen whenever I use it. So I don't even know why I use that mascara today, but anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. In the comments, let me know your thoughts, if you're going to try this concealer or what are your favorite concealers, because I would just like to know. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.